Oh, wow. We're tied up right now for Boston versus Shanghai, and the next map is going to be Dorado. Oh, I like this map because it is a payload map, but each kind of point is a little different. This is one of the longer maps, believe it or not, in Overwatch. But we do have top left, Boston Uprising, top right, Shanghai Staggered. With me always is Julik. Julik, again, sir, welcome.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me tonight. And I am, aside from liking this map, I am extremely excited that both teams have 1 on their score sheet. So it's a 1-1. So we know this map, whoever wins it, is just going to be extremely excited about their effort into this preseason match.
Although also, Super King, I see you in there. Thanks for coming. You great Reaper play from the last few maps. But first, on attack is going to be Shanghai Staggered. Boston's going to be on defense. So right now we're going to focus on who cannot do the Jimmy switch at the very last second. So let's look at Boston's lineup. We got Mark here on the Genji again. Refuse going to be sticking on that Lucio. Sky going to be showing us some more of the Zarya play. Wile's going to be on Tracer. We're going to have Shadow sticking to the Rhine, which I love seeing him on. And Greco doing great Moira play as always.
And on the Shanghai side, we're going to stick with Run Lee on Lucio. Third map, Ryu now switching to Genji. Ranger Hoover going on Diva. Mama, I'm going to call her Mama. It's going to be support with Mercy. Chicken, it's Torp?
I mean, that's going to be the bait and switch towards the end, which is the reason why I stick towards the last little bit. But I do like seeing what he's going to be getting back, hopefully on maybe a Winston or a Ryan to help kind of push and kind of shield Aqua Kid on the soldier that we see.
There we go with the Winston, looking like a half
we do have
here.
Boston doing a interesting defensive position, kind of waiting perhaps for them to come around the corner.
I'm not going to question their tactics anymore.
No, just don't right now. We do have Chicken Nugget coming up on the top, trying to do a lot of poke damage. They could get flanked, unfortunately, so if Shanghai sees that, Boston could be in trouble. A lot of poking back and forth. Greco going down really, really low. Chicken Nugget going forward to actually start doing a lot more poke damage in the back. Shadow just falling down to Ranger. That's going to give Shanghai the opening to push forward to get Refuge down. The Aqua Kid finding him behind since there's no more Ryan shield. He's able to poke, do a lot more damage. Sky getting a lot of charge. Unfortunately, Greco going to fall down to Aqua Kid. Aqua Kid doing a great job of picking and finishing these people off. While on Tracer, not going to be doing too much damage. Mark diving away from Chicken Nugget. Chicken Nugget doing a lot of damage to Shadow. And Sky is going to fall down to Aqua Kid again. Aqua Kid doing a lot of finishing blows here. Mark going to say that's a gigantic monkey butt as he falls down on top of him. While is going to go down to Aqua Kid again. And Ranger is going to finish off Shadow once again.
And here we go. Boston, you should retreat. And they are. They're going to go ahead and group up, trying to hold second point here. Trying to get some... kill the momentum for Shanghai.
I do like the switch. Tanks. Mark has gone on to the Reaper, trying to do some more pressure and say, Chicken Nugget, get off my team. Wile's going to stay on the Tracer, getting close to ult. Perhaps we're trying to do a lot of flanking. Mark's going to be using the ghosting to get away. And it is going to be one person on the point pushing forward. Wile is going to go down to Aqua Kid. Aqua Kid getting some great shots here. And they do get everybody up on the top. So right now it is Shanghai kind of pushing on this forward location where Boston would ideally like to be. And right now we do have Marks coming forward and being up on the top with him. Coming forward, doing a lot of damage, getting really, really low. Going to ghost away again one more time. Mama Marks is going to use the Valkyrie. KO Ken coming out from Rutix is going to get Refuse right away. Not going to get much more before Marks and shut him down. No more blade for you, but unfortunately he does get rezzed by Mama Marge. Chicken Nugget diving in the back, doing a lot of damage to the backline. Rutix falling again, unfortunately for Shadow Club, taking him down. A Shatter is going to get Ranger and Aqua Kid on the ground. Charge is going to get Aqua Kid down. That is both DPS right now down for Shanghai, but they're still pushing.
And yeah, what an aggressive attack with the Shatter pushing through, cleaning up, and helping his team to gain some more ground to push back the entire Shanghai offense.
Now, Weil was able to get both the Diva Adamek and then immediately, just right afterwards, finish her off as she's getting ejected. But I think Aqua Kid's showing a lot of promise right now, doing a lot of... He's maybe not be doing the most damage, but he is finding people who are low and finishing them off. He does have Visor. We do have Runely is going to be having dropping the beat. We do have a self-destruct on Shanghai side. Over on Boston side, we have almost four ults coming out. We do have the Death Blossom. We have dropping the beat. Grab will be up in line. We do have a bomb coming out for a while. Hopefully he'll find somebody to stick.
I just hope Mark had some more support. It's just him up top.
And he does fall down to Ryu. So right now they are Boston is down one player. They're going to be moving back behind, just trying to use this corner for a lot of holds right now. Chicken Nugget doing a huge jump to fall on Refuge, and it is going to be down right now. Boston coming out, a Shatter coming out from Shadow, not getting hit by the Diva ult, but does find Mama, and Ruchik's finishing off as he comes into the wall. But that is the main healer down for Shanghai. Grab coming out from Boston, comboed with the Mark using his Death Blossom, going to be taken down by Aqua Kid's Visor, taking down both him and Sky. So that's a fantastic push from Shanghai. I don't think Boston's going to have time to get this to push back on this point, so they're going to set up on the last point.
That was 3 ults invested by Boston, and they were not able to capitalize from them. So
Ranger was able to eat a lot of the ult from Reaper, and unfortunately was not able to find purchase until he was taken down. Mark getting really low up here again by himself. Trying to do some decent flanks, and a lot. Shadow's up here just swinging his hammer. Does get Mama Marge. A good cut back and forth right now. Mama down for Shanghai. However, Shadow does go down for Boston. Wild's getting taken down by Aqua Kid. Right now, Shanghai is up 1 player. It is 4v5. Again, Mark up really, really deep. Not finding picks, unfortunately. Trying to get Aqua Kid, but Aqua Kid finishes him off with the Helix Rockets. Chicken Nugget going to be up here on the top doing a lot of poke damage, deciding to come back with his team. It is only 3 members of Boston right now. 4th one just now coming and respawning. Rutix coming forward to finish off Rekka behind the point. Unfortunately, using the ult of his for Lucio, trying to maintain a holding position here around this corner for Boston, but they've about just come out for Shanghai. Blade coming out for Mutix, immediately getting Wilds, going down to Sonic as well. Another fantastic ult coming out. He's in the back line right now, almost finishing off Shadow. Shadow's getting healed right now through the Coalescence. Sky going down. Shadow's going down to Rutix. Rutix again showing a good job, doing great jobs. Both DPS finding their marks, finding who they need to finish off, and just finding those picks. Mark had so many great opportunities, but unfortunately he was getting focused down. He was, because of the healers over on Boston being not necessarily range that you'd see maybe with Ana shooting or Zen doing the healing orb, because they had Lucio and Moira. When a flanker is all the way in the back line or up on the high ground, they can't get to him. So he was unfortunately falling more often than not. What do you think, Julik?
I think that at first I was thinking Boston can handle Rio's Doomfist. I think the question is, can Boston handle Rio, period? Because his
he's
Genji
jumping over everywhere.
Exactly, doing a great Genji play on this attack by Shanghai, unable to be contested because Boston just couldn't get the right picks. My assumption is also Mark had a good idea on switching over to a Reaper to kind of control the dive that was coming in. That was extremely well coordinated by Shanghai. That I would like to point out, but he had no one to go up there with him and contest the high ground, the ground that you need to contest in order to win matches, to win battles.
I would have liked him to actually stay with his healers, because he was up there by himself to counter dive tanks, and when he would move forward, if he didn't get killed, the dive tanks would leave him alone and dive in his back line and start destroying his healers. So I would have liked to maybe see him be less flanky until at least one of the dive tanks was taken care of. It seems that his presence wasn't enough, and he was out of position more often than not on Boston's side.
And here's a little thing. The little things that we sometimes miss is that if he was up top by himself, he will do some poke damage, go back down to his team using his Wraith, and then the team will just dive him.
Because he can't get away anymore.
Exactly.
But so here on defense for Shanghai, we have the Ryan Zarya. We do have Brigitte trying to counter any dive plays right now, because Mark is going to be out on the Genji. But we do have Mama Marge saying, I am going to swing my hammer. A more traditional defensive position right now from both sides. And this is going to be that first defense. Sky is going to get Mama Marge. Ryutix is going to finish off Refuge. And Marks is going to get Ryutix.
Interesting tactic. Both teams trying to do the very up close and personal strategy in the first point, but it doesn't appear to work out.
While being Willie is on the Widow. Gonna get Rune Lee in the back. That is the main healer down for Shanghai. This is a great opportunity for Boston to push forward. A dash is gonna finish off Ranger, and Sky is gonna take down Chig and Nugger. Right now, they do have 2 people on the point pushing forward as best they can. Rutix is going to be backing up. Shanghai is going to say, we're going to try this one more time. They might have time and opportunity to defend this point one more time. They do only have 4 members here, though, so they might decide to back up, and that's exactly what they're going to do, and I agree with that call.
Excellent. Let's see if Shanghai can get some high ground for the for the meantime, their tanks are not vertically friendly. So
No,
let's
they are
see if
not.
Boston can capitalize.
Ryan and Zarya kind of just stuck on the ground to contest the payload directly versus being up top. Rutik's going to be up here. Runely going to try to help him out. Perhaps boot people off who try and contest them up here, which I like to see. Runely kind of going forward with Rutix. I like seeing that. If you notice that the Runely is on the Lucio, sticking as close as he can with his Genji, trying to help him get in and out of combat as best he can. Mark does get Mama Marge down. Aqua Kid going to finish off Marks. Ooh. And Will is going to get Rutix up in the air. A charge from Ranger just kind of saying, payload back up, stop. Shatter's coming out, but gets both the Rhine and Chicken Nugget is going to fall down. Getting swung. Chicken Nugget getting really high charge from this, and Shadow's getting really, really low. We're going to need to get him healed up. But a great Shadow to push back Shanghai.
Great presence of mind by Shadow for not overextending and coming back to help the team and contest the points.
He would have liked to got Zarya because Chicken Nugget is going to be really, really high charge Zarya. He should be a prime target. Really coming up behind Lucio to poke and maybe boop a little bit. Not doing a lot of healing or damage for his team right now. Nobody's noticing him. He's going down. Mark's coming out from a blade is not going to find it. A Shatter does get a lot of from Shadow goes down thanks to the Shatter from Ranger. Not going to be able to finish him off, however. Chicken Nugget gets Mark before he can find anybody else with his blade, and Shadow does finish off Ranger. Greco does get Chicken Nugget, and Rutix is going to finish off Wily finally in the background. And it's 2 members of Shanghai, 1 member of Shanghai. It's just Aqua Kid against 3 members of Boston, and he's doing a lot of jumping around. Runely is able to get on the point as well. Aqua Kid finally falling down to Shadow's club. Runely finally falling down to his club, and right now it's Mama Marge, who does find that was a silly thing to see where they couldn't get the soldier who was running up and down the point. But that is going to be a second cap point for Boston.
Honorable attempt by Aqua Kid to stall, but
and I liked it when Runely came up and said, I can help you, and he did for a little bit, but it ended up not helping except charge some of the ults off here from Boston. There is going to be a nano boost, there is going to be a self-destruct, and there's going to be another Shatter on defense for Shanghai. There is a blade, and there is a grab, the combo that could potentially kill everything. Shatter does find Ranger River. Here comes the self-destruct, knowing there is no shield, does get Runely around this back. Shadow Club able to finish off 2 people with his Shatter and a charge, and getting Chicken Nugget as well, and another swing while he's going to finish off Mama Marge in the back, and that's going to be a full push. Are they going to be able to contest at all? Shanghai is coming forward. They're going to have to charge on to the point. Does not find anybody with the charge. Falls down immediately to Wild. A blade coming out from Utix. Gets Will and Greco. Also, Refuge getting cut down by Rutix. Aqua Kid's going to finish off Shadow. Sky is going to finish off Aqua Kid. And that is going to be a last-minute defense by Shanghai that they can be proud of, as they are pushing them back only 4 minutes only, quote-unquote, for Boston to get this last point. But I think they have plenty of time to do some great attempts, but good defense coming out from Shanghai.
Did they just sub in Ryu? Because I didn't see him for the first 2 points, all the way into the last point.
Oh, he was there. He was on that Genji. He was doing some good back and forth. But here on defense, we have 4, 5 ults going to be up online this next fight. Rutix is going to be the only one excluded from that, so they're going to have a drop beat, they're going to have a Shatter, they're going to have a grab. Marks using the nano boost on him, trying to do a lot of damage, not finding any picks yet. Marks is nano boosted and not finding anybody with his blade. A bomb coming out from Aqua Kid is going to get Will and Greco and can take both those down. A Shatter is not going to find anybody. Shadow Club taking up by Aqua Kid before he can find Purchase and Shatter anybody on the ground. All those ults from Boston and nothing to show for it.
Unfortunate for Shadow. Used the Shatter at the very last second, trying to maybe stay alive, but just wasted.
An Ana boosted Genji ult was unable to take them down thanks to a Runely using his ult and getting bubbled by Chicken Nugget. He was swinging at 2 of them for the entire duration, and they did not go down. That is speaking well to Shanghai's presence of mind and using their defensive abilities in tandem to shut down the nano blade coming out from Boston. And here's the next one. A Shatter does get Refuse and Greco on the ground. That is both healers down. 2 of the main healers down for Boston.
Excellent play by Shanghai on the defensive side with a crucial Shatter. And now what I'm assuming in their comms is they're trying to bait Greco's Transcendence, because without it, they're going to be free to use the grab.
The grab and the blade, or the grab and the bomb. Now, if they use the grab and the bomb, the Transcendence is only going to save Zenyatta, and that's the rest of his team will fall. But right now, not too many other changes right now, because that is going to be the main defensive ult combo you're going to see from Shanghai. Boston coming forward. There is a self-destruct if they can position that well enough. There is only one Rhine shield, but that Chicken Nugger will have the presence of mind to use both shields from the Zarya to do a lot of damage. Mama getting low. Getting really low, trying to deal with both Genji and Tracer, going down to Marks. Another fire in the hole, does get Shadow down, but it is still 5v5 right now. Rutik's getting good, and Greco getting behind, trying to finish off Rutix. Greco is alone fighting against the Genji. Greco needs some help, not getting the help. Aqua Kid's going to finish off Sky in his mech and going to push him back. Getting Chicken Nugger going to finish off Refuge and Mini Sky, and Marks is going to finish off Rune Lee. Will is here on the Tracer, needs to run away. He does get the kill on Ranger, but he has a lot longer spawn time to run back, even as a Tracer. Ranger can just literally walk outside his front door. Perhaps Willie was trying to switch to something else. I don't know.
I don't know if Tracer's the best bet right now when they have Mama on.
They do have Mama.
On Brigitte. Yeah, the red counter. We'll see if that plays off. I'm hoping that a bomb does a lot of damage.
And there's even more ults coming out right now for Shanghai. Boston does have 5 out of 6, however, so if they can use the ults correctly, they should be able to do a good combo to finish them off. Both Rhines charge, a ult coming out from both sides, a big bomb finishes off Rune Lee, Ranger, and Aqua Kid. That's going to be one of each main positions for Shanghai is going to finish off. And Shadow's pushing forward, trying to finish off Chicken Nugger, who is very, very high charge, getting really low. Marks does finish off Mama. Shadow finally getting Chicken Nugger. And right now it is another kind of very desperate, a huge shatter coming up from Ranger, who unfortunately gets charged by Shadow at the end. But a great shatter that nothing was there to follow up. Rune Lee is going to be doing his best to stall the point. Getting knocked off. There's a hammer swinging at him. He is doing a fantastic job. Enough time for Mama to get forward. Enough time for Chicken Nugger to do the grab. Grab not having anybody to follow through, unfortunately. A charge coming up from Ranger. Another AO coming up from the Tire. Getting Shadow and Refuge and Sky. Sky getting hit out of his mech before he can use anything. Mark does get Ranger, but a fantastic stall from Shanghai is going to mean that they get this point. Rune Lee, MVP. Stalling just enough time to let the Brigitte come forward to stall some more. The grab coming out and gives the time for Aqua Kid to get in position and get that fantastic bomb for a triple kill.
Shanghai and the super subs. Jeez. Aqua Kid coming into the turn map with the winning tire. What a play. What a fantastic match at the end here at the last point.
Well defended. And that's a close match back and forth. Right now it is going to be Boston 1 and Shanghai 2.